Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday the 13th of July 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Witches for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Wednesday. And I just want to show you some of the cards actually because I absolutely love this deck. It's super realistic and I love the colors. It's also kind of dramatic here. It's a really amazing deck. Let's see what Wednesday is all about then and what's coming up for you. Alright, so the first card is the Six of Wands. That's King Arthur riding back into town after a successful quest for the Holy Grail. So potential to triumph and to do really well in any of your ventures and endeavors. Then we've got Death. So what I get here with these two cards is something that you've been working on for a while. That's part of your life purpose. You're able to complete that and finish it off once and for all. So if anything, the Death card underlines the fact that the quest is now over and you've reached this completion point and something has been achieved and done. And finally, we've got the Emperor. And the Emperor is about being in a position of authority, of power. Interestingly enough, in this deck, we've also got this chalice here, or part of the throne, which looks like a chalice to me, and the two kids. So we've got this theme of family and love and being kind of a parent and nurturing towards other people. That's part of what you're able to achieve and where you're able to make progress. And then we've got all the armor and all these other things that color it even more. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of then. So first of all, the Six of Wands. Six in numerology is an opportunity that appears on this day. So if there's anything that's outstanding as far as your life purpose is concerned, a certain area of your life where you've wanted to make progress, and you've worked on that for a while, so it could be relationships, or it could be work, it could be travel, it could be understanding yourself better and saying what is really important to me. You have an opportunity to really make huge inroads in any one of those areas on this day. So because this is Wands in the element of fire, the key thing is to ask yourself, what is important to me? What am I trying to understand? What areas of life am I trying to make progress in? And you'll really be able to put an end to the struggle as such. So here with this victory wreath, this is something that may be difficult. Something where you've considered making inroads for a while, but it's kind of scary. Feels like the ante is really high. The risk level is kind of intimidating, and it's something that you may have approached with major caution in the past. So ask yourself as well, what is it that really scares me in life? What is the thing that's important to me, but that I don't want to move ahead with, just in case I fail, because that would be unacceptable and intolerable. It would really make me feel bad. So anything that presents a major emotional risk in that sense, if you approach it on this day, you have the strength to try your best. We've got this gold armor here. He's wearing silver. This is gold. So gold is the symbol of abundance and wealth, and it's kind of yellow goldy. So the message I'm getting is that you're brave. You have a lot of courage that supports you in pursuing these things that you're interested in. And any negativity or even the potential for failure, it doesn't faze you very much. You're like, I've got all of this energy, I'm going to use it in a constructive and positive way. And the risk is exciting, if anything, and I'm not so worried about not achieving or things not going my way. The important thing is that I try. So with these ones here, and that's what I love about this deck too, is that we've got these little flowers on the top of the wands. And that's a beautiful kind of visual image that says, if you pursue the things that motivate you, you'll be able to flourish and to blossom. You can maximize your potential. You can be the person you've always wanted to be. Here we've got all this red, and red is about passion and life purpose, same as the wands. The horse obviously is momentum, and the momentum or something that you're driven to pursue. You know, sometimes we feel like, I don't know why I'm doing this exactly, but internally I feel like I'm being pushed in this direction. And if you go with the flow of that today and you follow that momentum, you'll be able to get into this place of victory, and then you're able to stop. And that drive, that inner drive, that push, you know, something kind of pecking at your head and annoying you, saying, do this, do this, do this. You're able to complete that once and for all, and afterwards there'll be a huge sense of relief as well as achievement, and then you can move on to other things. So the Death card in the Major Arcana, this is a fundamental universal life theme that everyone experiences, and it's a force that you can't really argue with. It comes and it goes, and it doesn't announce itself, it just appears at certain times, and whether you're trying to stave off death or endings or something like that, the energy in itself isn't interested. It's uncontrollable. It works outside of what you think is good and right and timing and anything like that, and it's just kind of divinely ordained. So this card is saying that you can actually make friends with that energy, the energy of completion and finishing things off, by pursuing things and by tapping into your own courage and saying, what is it that I want to achieve? And it's very likely that then is no longer this burning desire in your life or this ongoing theme, because death comes in and closes it off for you in a positive way. The Emperor is the fourth card in the Major Arcana, and this is the archetypal kind of father figure. We've got the Fool, then we've got the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Mother, and then the Emperor, the father. And the Emperor is also an authority figure. Here we've got lots of symbols. So first of all, the thing with kids, this sense of I want to be a leader and I want to do something for other people, that's kind of interesting because he can only do that when he feels strong in himself. If he feels like, you know what, I'm wearing no armor, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, then he's not going to be much use to anybody else. So the key thing, and what I feel, is that the Emperor is in this position here, sitting on his throne, because he's invested in himself first and he's pursued his own goals and desires. That then closes it off, and it gives him, one, a sense of achievement, that I've done something for myself, I know who I am now, I've pursued certain goals and attained them, and now that I'm not distracted by all these wants and needs that are knocking around in my head, I've got time to rule from a place of calm and peace. He's sitting in the mountains here by the lake, and I'm able to use my authority and my strength to be of service to other people. So that's an interesting message, because the cards are kind of reminding you that it's important to look after your own needs first if you want to be of service to others. Then he's wearing this silver armor with the symbol for Aries. So the armor exists because he has been in this spot where he said, okay, my inner strength is going to be used to overcome negativity and difficulties. And then he's able to face challenges in a way that doesn't require as much strength. And the reason I'm saying that is the gold is that solar plexus chakra, right? It takes all of your inner resources, and it's like, I really have to do this, and it's like life and death here. With silver, it's a little bit less demanding, and it's kind of like, I've already achieved in the past, and I understand how much stamina and strength I've got. So now the challenges that come up in my life, they're easier to deal with. I don't have to dig as deep, because I know who I am. I know I can handle this. I've done it in the past. So the things that I'm dealing with right now aren't as challenging, aren't as demanding. We've got this Ankh symbol here, so eternal life, and the orb and scepter. So he's got himself into a position where he realizes that he can always rely on himself, and he is in a position of royalty or expertise. He's in an elevated state because he's proven it to himself. And that's kind of interesting, because I think a lot of us say, I need to prove to myself that I am a good communicator, or that I am loving, or that I can climb to the top of the mountain. It's a very interesting thing that we kind of put ourselves to the test. And I don't think that's always the best thing to do, because it just adds unnecessary pressure. But in this case, it's saying that if you do pressure yourself anyway, and you do want to prove that you have certain gifts and talents, then by trying that out today, you'll be victorious. And that you can then rest after the big exertion, after the big energy push, because you actually have evidence that you are who you want to be. The cup then says he's able to redirect his focus to his relationships, to beautiful things in the world and nature. He's able to smell the flowers here and just to rest and to relax a little bit because he is so certain of who he is. So the message here is self-knowledge leads to contentment and the ability to tap into the more positive aspects in life. So it's kind of saying that sometimes proving yourself to yourself is necessary if you want to be able to enjoy the finer things in life. It's a very complex message. Then we've got this cape. So that's kind of mauve colored, purplish, violet. And that's the color of spirituality and connection. So not only does he use his physical strength and his sense of I can control stuff, he's also being supported by his higher self. So if you do have a connection to source, to spirit, use that to empower you. And then these dragons, anything that's scary, you're able to fight fire with fire by saying, do you know what? This may scare and intimidate me, but I can be quite scary and powerful myself, so I'm not going to let anything stop me. And then he can soften and cool down and look after the kids and swim in the lake and enjoy himself. So it's interesting because it's people who set really high standards and who are very demanding of themselves. It's particularly those people who can enjoy a sense of serenity and victory and comfort by doing everything they can on this day. Okay, so this isn't for the faint of heart, I don't feel, because the expectations are way up here. Number-wise, we've got 6 and 13 is 19, and 4 is 23. 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 in numerology is about freedom. So you can free yourself of your own critical nature or your own unreasonable expectations that you have for yourself by actually doing the legwork and getting to a place of completion and contentment as a result. 4 and 13 is 17 and 6 is 23. Yep. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. And if you have any questions about your life purpose or what you want to finish off, anything to do with family, moving, work situation, education, personal development, or anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.